Hello everyone, how is it going? It is an absolutely lovely, dark and chilly Saturday evening, and it is time for more lovely streaming of the Baldur's Gate. Hello Matty there in the chat, you early son. Yes, I am, just a little bit earlier than normal. I'll go into why. There's not really a story there. I said that as if there's like some sort of story. Basically, me and Charlie had dinner, then we were watching something, we finished watching it. We just kind of sat around thinking, what shall we do for the next bit of time? Not really anything to do. So while Charlie's going to do stuff, I thought I'll just start streaming early. And part of it as well is I'm kind of hoping to complete this tonight. So, maybe if I start a little bit early, I can actually get it done within the time. And hello Gamers, you have resubscribed. You've been subscribed for 36 months. That's 3 bloody years. For those 3 years, you get one of these. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. Tonight we are playing more Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. The aim is to hopefully complete it. Do you like our new cushion, by the way? It was £1.50. Like I said, the aim is to complete it. Exclamation point, tug. What I want to do, actually, I need to set up stream elements or something so I can have better usage of sound effects and stuff. I need to look into that at some point. So yeah, tonight we're going to play more Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. We are on the final stretch of it. Hopefully going to complete it tonight. I would really like to. I've loved this game so much. It has been fantastic, but we are at the point where I want to complete it because I would like to play something else. But, you know, it's not something I want to drop either because we're right near the end of it, you know, so, yeah. So, yeah, let me know how your weekend has started. Let me know how your Friday was. I will talk about mine and Charlie's, all the lovely things we did between the last stream and now, which was Friday and today. And we'll play some games. So, yeah. So, has everyone been okay? How has your weekend started? Right, not really been too much going on here, to be honest with you. God, it's one of the vomity ones. No, I'm going back down here. I took Friday off and went to the pub in the middle of the afternoon. That sounds perfect. That sounds like a great way to spend your day. Well, me and Charlie, what we did is last week, they have opened a pop... Am I naked right now? Why was I naked? So what I was about to say, they've opened a Popeye's chicken near us. They opened it on Monday. I think I might have mentioned it on I mentioned it on Cliff's stream. But me and Shai went along last night to try it out and got a few things. We spent a bit more than we normally would at a fast food place or a takeaway thing, but we wanted to try and sample, I would say, a couple of things, just because we were a little bit interested in what they had to offer. And we went on, we were really impressed, we were really happy with it, really liked it, we wanted to go again. God, I hate these things, little gargoyles. Being the worst enemy in the game. So what did we get? So I got a chicken burger. I got like a chicken burger box meal, which was like their chicken burger. And you got a choice of like... Oh my god! Tism has subscribed at tier 2. You've been subscribed for 38 months. Are you a bear? No, you're wearing a bikini. So yeah, I got a chicken burger meal. It came with like some chicken tenders. and Charlie got one that came with some bonus bites. So we gave each other like I gave her like half of my tenders, she gave me half of the bites, so we could see what those respective things were like. We got a side of the biscuit with the Louisiana gravy. We got, we tried the side of the mac and cheese between us. And that was about it, really. But that is quite a lot of food. And we were very impressed with it. Really enjoyed it. I nearly fell asleep after. It was absolutely delicious. Charlie is in the stream. Hello, Charlie. I didn't expect to see you here. We got the biscuits and gravy. We did. The biscuit and gravy was really nice. I'm just waiting for water. Ah. I literally fell asleep mid-stream. Forgot to tell Cliff. I really enjoyed watching Cliff play Ocarina of Time, though. Because I really enjoy watching him play it. Because, for one, you know, it's a game that he's mad passionate about and loves. And I love seeing people engaging with stuff they're passionate about. I really think... It's always been one thing that really annoys me is people who are kind of told to tone down their passion or be told that, you know, it's silly or whatever. Unless your passion is like racism or something. In which case, don't be passionate about that, please. But I would hope that no one, especially here, their passion is like racism. But it's like, it's really cool to see him play the game and talk about it and stuff. Oh, God. Right, who is this absolute beefy lad coming through? Well, he's dead now. You're both vampires, aren't you? Hello, VGN, how you doing? I have to try and not lose it with it. Memora's Minish Cap is my game, although the Switch version of Link's Awakening is so close to it. I still need to get the Switch version of Link's Awakening, Matty. It's one that's been on my list for so long, and I really want to play it. I think I've mentioned, when it comes to Zelda games, I'm still a relative newcomer. I've completed Ocarina of Time, I've done Link to the Past, I've done Twilight Princess... but there are so many that I've not really explored and played that I would absolutely love to. It's a series that I really want to delve into. Minish Cap is definitely one that I'd like to try. Majora's Mask is on that list. And I've been enjoying watching Cliff play Minish Cap. Because it's been fun to explore that. But Link's Awakening... The whole map in Link's Awakening looks like a model village. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. Well, I am planning, right? It depends on money and all of that. But I am planning over Christmas. Once Christmas is done, it's been my birthday. I am planning to get Switch 2. And what I might do, if I get Switch 2, I will get Link's Awakening. But I mostly want to get it for the Pokemon ZA game. But also I want to get it because it'll play like things like Xenoblade Chronicles and that a lot better. And I've been holding off playing them because they just play like arse on the regular Switch.
I have no room for that.
Got rid of them. Oh, nice. So I kind of want to get... I just want to get the upgrade to the Switch too. And there are a few games for it now that I want to actually play. Like, you know, it's not cheap to Switch 2 either. No, I mean, to be fair, VGN, what is cheap nowadays? You know, it's expensive out there. Oh, save point, nice. There we go, that's what I'm hoping for. Maybe you should wait for Switch 2, you never know what Santa might gift you. That's what I'm saying, after Christmas. That'll be the plan. It'll be after Christmas, after my birthday most likely. Because I've got a lot already. And I wouldn't, to be honest, until after Christmas I wouldn't get the chance to play it. So it'll definitely be like, you know, after then that I get it. I mean, speaking of Santa, you won't regret it though. Games run so low down Switch 2. I do call bullshit on the fact that it effectively charged DLC for its effectively upscale. Yeah. No, I agree with you on that, Matty. Fucking hell, these gargoyles are an absolute menace. Hello, we mad... We mad rage. Actually, the way I've enunciated it so much... Yeah, my god, I've lost the ability to speak. Rach, hello, welcome on in. Hey up, James and chat, leaving a little lurk while I watch some telly with David. Thank you very much for your lurk, it's always appreciated. I hope you and David are doing well. So, yeah, speaking of Christmas. So, I won't go into too much detail. I already know I'm going to be spoiled off my parents again this year, which, you know... My mum has kind of gone a little bit all out, or wanted to go a bit all out this year for Christmas, because I think, and again, I won't go into detail too much, because I spoke about it last year, but my mum almost died last year. You know, was very seriously ill in hospital for like a month. It would have been like 1 year ago today it happened. Well, not today, but 1 year ago, like around this week. So she's wanting to go a bit all out. So I got a text message off my dad. The other day when the Lego Enterprise D was announced, and it basically said, don't even think about ordering it. Oh, James, well, yeah, well, it was about a year ago, VGN, you know, and she's fine. Has it really been a year? It has, Charlie. Because, yeah, because it would have been... I was going to make an off-colour joke. No, go ahead, make an off-colour joke. I don't give a toss. Not about your mum. Yeah, it would have been, because I think it was the weekend we were planning to go to Andrew and Joanne's. We were going to go to Andrew and Joanne's that weekend, because we did on the morning, and I remember getting the phone call from my mum. This is what happened, right? This is literally what happened, everyone. Right? This is parents for you. I got a phone call from my mum going, are you going down this weekend? And I was like, yeah. Because I'd messaged her saying, can't wait. You know, looking forward to seeing yous. Oh, just, you know, just because, so you know, I won't be there. Okay? I'm in hospital, and it's been serious. Hey, what? And she was like, do you remember the other week when I was ill and we thought it was food poisoning from an Indian? Not from an Indian, from the Indians, a takeaway, not from like a random Indian. Oh, your mum only nearly died. Must be nice. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, Charlie. Oh my god. And she said, oh, well, it came back, and I collapsed, and my dad got a rush to hospital and all that. I won't go into any more detail than that, but yeah. And she was like, yes, I won't be in. And I was like, well, how long you been in for? A week. I didn't want to tell you, because you've already had, like, quite a bit of time off work this year. Because obviously I had time off because of what happened with Charlie's mum. You know, for things like that. Like, you fucking loon. Your mum's politer than mine, clearly. Also, have a look at what Matty said. I can understand she wants to make it bigger. She went through that. Bless her, what a strong lady. Oh, you have no idea, VGN. Could write a book about my mum's life. It seems to be fine for me. Battery life can be a bit short. I've heard that, Matty. Because my friend John brought his up when he came to stay. And he was playing, like, Silk Song on it. And the battery life just went pretty rapidly. Speaking of handhelds, the PlayStation Portal's just had a little bit of an update. It now has the functionality of if you buy games in the store, you can stream them directly to the system, rather than having to turn on your PS5 first. Which is an absolute bloody game changer, I'll tell you that. Like, that's kind of like bringing it up to the functionality I think a lot of people were hoping it would have. Been through what you both have. You ever need to chat? I'm here. Well, thank you very much. Do appreciate that. What I love about this, and it is a small community we have, but what I love about my little community, by extension the UCP community that, you know, Matty and that from, and various things, we are all very supportive. Is the PlayStation Portal worth it? I love mine. I absolutely adore it. I would say, if you want something to play your games on in your house or your flat or whatever, and you've got a decent enough internet connection for it, and you don't always get to use the TV, it's beautiful. I take it to my parents, and it runs really well. I had a little bit of a blip the other month, but that was because of EE. But it runs fine if you go into places with like decent internet, or if you've got decent internet. But obviously now with adding the streaming, I would say yeah. Like, I love mine. You're all lovely people. Got to say, well, I think between the various communities I'm part of, be it, you know, what we've cultivated here, what, you know, the people at UCP have cultivated, what, you know, I'm part of the Cultaholic community. We've got, like, the extension, the Odd Trots, and, you know, Louis King's community. Everyone is really lovely and kind of looks out for one another. Oh, God, he's looking out for me, isn't he? And we just encourage a lot of positivity. And, you know, we make an effort to try and root out any sort of negativity immediately and shut it down. I think it's very important when you've got online communities to try and stamp out that negativity early. And make sure it's well known what sort of community you are going to be. And we're a positive one, we're an inclusive one. You know, we don't put up with any kind of bigotry here. I knew he was going to do that, big lad. You know, we try to encourage and support one another. Ah, gone itchy head. It's all gone wrong. But yeah, I mean, with the portal, it does rely on the internet connection. Because what you're going to do with it is you're either going to stream from your PlayStation to it, or from Sony's network. So you are going to want to make sure that you've got a good... If you're going to stream from your PlayStation, because what I've been doing is I put a disc in my PlayStation, sync to the PlayStation from the portal, and play the games that way. So you want to make sure you've got good upload speed. And if you're using it for streaming elsewhere, you want to make sure they've got the right speeds as well. But I mean, it looks gorgeous. It is a really visually nice handheld. It feels really good. I mean, it is like holding a PlayStation 5 controller. It is that comfortable. The screen quality is great. The audio quality is fantastic. The 30th anniversary. Sorry, helping Soph hang the washing up, so gone quiet. No worries, Matty. One of mine. James, can you get me the scissors? Hang on. Yep. Meh. I will get you the scissors. I can't open my bath bomb. I would, Charlie, but I can't find them. I got them. I got the scissors. We're back. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. This is clearly my important in the stream. I might do some more research on the portal. If it screams by me, I might do it. Yeah, don't do it as an impulse. But definitely look into it. Today's stream, where's James in the flat? I've missed some chat. I'm glad this community is positive and fun. I do agree. Having a venting channel on Discord is brilliant. Yeah. James of the rescue. I discovered Xbox controls. Yes, they do, Matty. Yeah, they're not rechargeable. It's mad, isn't it? Press X to activate bath bomb. I'll go get mine out in a second, VGN. My portal, that is, not my knob. I don't know why I said that. How fucking mad would that be? What an end to a streaming career. Well, now I feel cheated. Matty, that's for WhatsApp later. Right, I'll be back in a second. Because I left the light on. Then... literally cock-blocked. Hello, I'm feeling sorry for myself as of a cold, so I'm lurking. No worries, Soph. I hope you feel better soon. Make sure Matty makes you a nice hot chocolate or some soup or something. Yeah, it's a Frost Sword VGN. So it does big glow. You know what they say? Big glow, Colpo, from the Teletubbies. I got a soup and a curry. Oh, nice. Cold suck, get better soon, yeah. It's... I hate having a cold. Because I'm someone who does, like, you know... It's because they don't always affect you, like, too much. But they become this irritant.
No room for that.
The flu is hell for me, yeah. Stitch requested we watch tonight. She clearly likes our flirting. Hey. I can understand that. I can understand that. I don't mind having an audience, Matty. Speaking of Matty, you got to see him... Well, you got to hear him narrating the new Lego Star Trek. For anyone not clued in, that what I mean is that he looks like Jonathan Frakes. Taking out these bar... Oh, fuck off. I can hardly talk about how anyone looks. I mean, I just kind of look like... People want to buy me that Lego. I always think with me, puberty took one look at me and went, nah, can't be bothered. They're like, masculinity, what's that? The Lego does look awesome. I'm really happy to see some Star Trek Lego as well, finally. It's been something that I've wanted for years. And I hope it means some sort of, you know, new kind of paths for the franchise, because I do think, I'm a huge Trekkie, you all know this, but I do kind of feel like Trek has always been a little bit of the stuffy one when it comes to the sci-fi franchise. It's never really willing to... And I know we've had like Lower Decks and Prodigy and that, but I think the perception is it's still quite kind of stuck a little bit in the past. So, you know, to see it actually embrace Lego, and also that Lego brand of humour with the little animated sequence, I loved seeing that. So I'm hoping we get a Lego video game. And I'm intrigued to see what other sets they potentially do. After puberty, I was definitely a gamma male.
I'm not strong enough to carry it.
I'm happy with the way I am. Me and Charlie have spoken about this, like, you know, because... Spoken about, like, you know, gender identity, sexual identity. Growing up, I didn't really fully come to terms with my bisexuality until I was a lot older. And, you know, I didn't learn about, like, gender identity in school. I didn't really know what it was about or whatever. Which is why, you know, I'm glad that kids have access to that sort of thing now, because I think if you grow up learning about it, you become a better person, you become more supportive, you become more engaged, and having more education on a subject like that will really help people make informed decisions if they are, you know, trans, non-binary or whatever. But me and Shai have spoken about, like, you know, our comfort with our gender identities or whatever. And I'm very solidly a cis male. You know, even though I like to embrace some of my more feminine sort of attributes a little bit. Like, I love having my long hair. I love keeping my beard and facial hair a little bit more trim or whatever. And I really like it when I don't have any. Because it does give me a bit of feminization. But I am solidly male. I said that before, I'm glad the kids have more info. Absolutely. It's gutting. What the hell happened there? I blewed up. Oh, there were a bomb in there. You know, I grew up at a time in the UK when they weren't really allowed to talk about that sort of thing. Such was the bigotry at the time. You want to see me with long hair? I do indeed, Matty. You know, such was the bigotry in out of Thatcher's Britain that we had a thing in school you weren't allowed to talk about LGBT stuff. And I think as I was getting older, it was starting to become more relaxed and more normalised, thankfully. But it was still like a little bit of a taboo subject, I guess, and it wasn't seen as normal to be gay or bisexual or anything like that. So, you know, it did take a while for me to kind of come to terms with it, because it was like, oh, is it normal? Is it right that I'm attracted to men and women? And obviously it is. But the fact that it's, you know, it's become more acceptable generally, and it makes me sad that people are trying to roll that backwards, because it does genuinely save people not having to hide who they are.
Strong enough to carry anymore. I have no room for that.
Right, we are going to save the game right now. Because we are finally at the Black Forge. So I need to just double check something. So what we need to do now is get through the Black Forge, which is one floor. We're probably going to get attacked straight away here. Yep. Oh, shit, son. Spiders. Right, we're going to save it. As an older person, it was alpha male or you were gay. Kids were harsh with that. Made being aware of my feminine side, something I didn't discuss it aloud. It took a long time to find accepting people who acknowledged me. Acknowledged I was okay as a sensible man. Yeah, it sucks for people had to go through that. You feel it with a lot of these, like... And I know there are other reasons. I'm not justifying any bad behaviour here. Don't think I am. But you think about a lot of these celebrities who in the past have gone off the rails and it turns out they were bisexual or gay. You know, but I go off the rails, I mean, like, the drink and the drugs and stuff like that. You think about how hard it must have been for them to suppress some of that, and how we society kind of failed them. And it's sad. But it is good that... Obviously, there is an unfortunate amount of pushback from certain corners, but... I think generally it is becoming a lot more accepted and people are a lot more open to this sort of thing now. Just want to keep ploughing forward in the Black Forge. But it's not just, you know, it's not just LGBT stuff that we have to sort of get better with. It's disability and neurodiversity. Gotten very serious, this discussion already. Oh. Whoa. Okay, that's dead. But that's why I think, speaking of all, that's why I think it's very important. I messaged you sorry, okay? Okay, no problem. Ow. He hit my foot on the table. BRB. Have some chill music. I have helped. Ow. It's really nice to hear you talk about this stuff. I didn't have the vocabulary for how I felt when I was younger. It made it harder to deal with. I knew how I felt, but I knew it wasn't okay to tell people. It's difficult. I mean, I'm 37, so, you know, it's been a while since I left school. So for me, I left school 2003, so it was only just, a lot of this stuff was just becoming quite, not new, because it's always been there, but it was becoming a bit more to the forefront of mainstream, and the internet has helped and accelerated that. Because I remember, you know, Tumblr being around, and I know people can make jokes about what Tumblr was like as a social media health site, and it was arse at times, right? It was absolute. Some people were stupid on there, or went a bit too far, but it was where a lot of terms did grow a bit more prominence, I felt. You know, where I first started to hear about gender fluidity and more trans issues. But like I say, I try... I'm 45, didn't have the internet back then. I try to be open about who I am for a few reasons. One, it's... You know, it's who I am. Two, I am... Obviously, I'm a cis white male. So I think, for me, it's easier to be a bit more open. But I'm also a cis white male who works in the games industry. So my thinking is that people can look at that and see if they are, you know, struggling with their gender identity, their sexuality. I would like to think that they can look at people like me and go, hey, there's people like me in the industry and they can thrive and survive, you know.
No room. I'll have to come back to this.
I think visibility is very important, but also not at the expense of someone's comfort. You should never out someone before they're willing to be outed. Which sounds obvious. I'm 61, we didn't have computers or ATMs when I was a kid. Do you know what's mad to me, Tism? Is, I remember once, me and Charlie watching a compilation of old adverts from, like, the early 90s and, late 80s. And one of them literally was about ATM machines. Well, ATMs starting to come into prominence. With the way things are going lately, I feel like I'm supposed to hide, and because of that I'm planning to get a big pride tattoo to do that. The people who are shouting down want us to hide. They want us to hide and be quiet. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Look at that absolute handsome lad right there. Jesus, mate. You had very lovely hair. They didn't even have the moon landing. God. The thing is, those people are shouting. They want silence. They don't want people to be visible, and it's their own ignorance. But yeah, if it wasn't for skill, I'd probably be way more honest myself. Yeah, I think a lot of us would. Whoa. I think for me, it was, you know, just this general kind of fear. I had a big fear in school of being like, obviously being bullied. It wasn't that there was a big bullying culture in my year group or anything. But I think it was just sort of like, I didn't want to ever stand out or rock the boat, just in case. And yeah, there were a few times when I would do stuff and people would kind of call it a bit stupid, or, you know, it would put me off. And some of that still kind of lingers now, but, you know, I'm trying to do alright. We're not going back and something invisible. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, big golem lad coming for us. School, when a man loves a woman. Also gay people out there. Bisexuality just got dismissed as confusion. Yeah, I think bisexuality was always kind of dismissed as being attention-seeking. I mean, some people still have that attitude, unfortunately. Or just a stepping stone, yes. When I can't remember when I did eventually come out as bi. It was probably in my early 20s when I was, like, pretty solid on it. I mean, I kind of knew before then. I won't go into detail why, but you can probably imagine why I knew. But I remember sort of coming to terms with it. And it was when I was working at Maplin, and the manager at the time, she did kind of go, "Oh, are you just saying that for attention, or are you actually bisexual?" I'm like, that's a very rude question to ask. And I thought, well, no, I actually am. So, what a weird, you know, what a nasty thing to say as well. And then I did have someone ask, "Oh, how do I know I'm bi if I've never been with a guy before?" Meanwhile, in Redacted, where I work, we're trying to make sure people don't get misgendered and so forth. It may be a hellscape, at least from the grown-ups end things. People are a lot more... My friend is a teacher, and he has mentioned that the kids do seem to be a lot more switched on to this sort of thing now. And he said that the sad thing about it, from his angle, is that a lot of the bad attitudes from the kids are very... You can kind of hear that they're echoes of what the parents have been saying. Yes.
No room.
Right, we've got the Onyx Sword now. Oh, we can't update our ball lightning anymore. What we should probably do... I'll tell you what, let's just save it for now. We need to drop some stuff. Because we need that Onyx Sword. So we will drop that. Drop you. You and you. Let's drop all of those.
No room. I'll have to come back for this.
Let's drop that.
I have no room for that.
Oh god. Right, so how much does that have? So it's 10, okay.
I'm not strong enough to carry anymore.
So let's drop 6 of these. It was a gay kid who pushed me into straightness by telling me I was being greedy and I had to pick a side. That's a very weird attitude that I have unfortunately seen. You know, there was a famous celebrity who had that attitude for some reason. I think it was Biggins, unfortunately. It's like, oh no, you've got to choose. And it's like, well, you don't have to choose. You can like both. Mind you, we were 14, 15 at the time. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. That's where the education comes in, though. Because it's a symbol of your upbringing. Right. I'm going to go save it. So, we have... We'll pick up more of these healing potions. Oh, hydrate. Cool. So, we've got the Onyx Sword now, which will see us through to the end of the game. People, whatever they tell me they are, if I don't understand their identity, that's my problem, not theirs. Yeah, no, absolutely. My friend John has a very similar attitude. It's like he doesn't care what people say they are, he'll respect them. The thing is that there's not an excuse for it, because my mum gets it. You know, my mum's in her 60s. So it's people who say they don't get it or whatever, or not that you don't get it, but if you don't respect it. I think that's the difference, isn't it? It's about respect. Also, James and Charlie now have pictures of me in my late 20s and early 30s. I had a glorious mane of hair. It is a glorious mane of hair. Oh, I'm old man dialogue. I'm here. Alright. Okay, let me go save the game again. I've just done it about 4 times. And I'll sing Tainted Love. I feel like I've sung that one before, actually. Yeah, it's a famous one for old man dialogue. Oh, in case you didn't know, right? Tainted Love was it was made famous by Soft Cell, but they didn't do it originally. It was a cover. I think everyone already knows that, but it's a good fact. Right. Oh, log log log. Sometimes I feel I've got to get away. Sometimes I feel I got to run away. I got to get away from the pain. Oh, you're driving the log of me. Oh, the log we share. Oh, it seems to go nowhere. Oh, I've lost my light. For I toss and turn. Oh, I can't sleep at night. Charlie's wearing really cute pajamas, everyone. Oh, once I ran to you, I ran to the bog. Oh, now I'll run from you to the bog. Oh, this tainted log you've given. Oh, I gave you all the boy could give you. Oh, take my log. Oh, and that's not nearly all. Oh, tainted log. Whoa, tainted log. Hiya, Charlie.
What is a tainted log? Do I want to know?
It's just a really bad stool. It's like when you've had a bad curry. Your log is tainted.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Right, we are on the final stretch of this game now. Do you need
Yay.
anything?
No, I'm just gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pajamas are cute. They're Christmas.
Alright, do you want me to show my pajamas?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Have a look at Charlie's pajamas. They're cute.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas pajamas. Because Halloween is over. It's Christmas now.
I mean, obviously, like, we've still got the Halloween decks up, but we've taken half of them down.
We have, yeah. Precisely, it's like I told someone a while back, I don't know much, but I'm willing to learn. I didn't really understand non-binary or gender pronouns that well, but I accepted and learned to ask politely. That's it. It's like... One of the things that I think about, and one of the defences people make for like, oh, we can't, you know, we shouldn't, we need to be careful in case it's a phase, in case it's a fad. You know, because people always say this about coming out as gay when you're a... you know, when you're younger or whatever, what if it's a phase? What if it's a fad? What if they're not really? What if they, half a month later or half a year later, they go, actually, no, I'm not? The way I feel about it is that if someone comes out to you and says, I'm gay, I'm bi, I'm trans, you go, okay, what do you want me to call you? How would you like me to address you? What pronouns would you like me to use for you? And you give them that support for however long they need it. And if they turn around 6 months later and go, actually, thank you for the support, but I'm not trans, actually. I've decided I'm not, and I am just who I was before. Then you have given them 6 months of support and happiness to explore and find out who they truly are, which will mean the world to them, rather than going, how can you be? And then they haven't had that opportunity, which makes them unhappier. You've given them the opportunity to find who they are in that happiness. So if it is a fad for them, if it is temporary, so be it, because you've given them the chance to be happy. But for those cases, and a lot of the time it's not, then you give them the chance for long-term happiness as well. I hope I explained that correctly.
Your feet. In life, I was Celadon, first captain of the
Oh,
company
Celadon.
of
Oh,
Western
he's an ugly bastard, isn't he?
in death. You stand within the... Our spirits
Okay.
are shackled to the walls and shadows of this tower. We are doomed to stand to
For
remember
Eldrith's
and to wait
release.
for Eldrith's release.
Who's Eldrith?
Who is Eldrith? Much time has passed, I see, for how many names to have been ground beneath time's heel. Have you not heard of Eldrith the Betrayer?
Exactly,
The
Kia.
Printress of
Just
Swords,
because it's a
Eldrith
phase
of
doesn't
the
mean it's not
Westering
important.
Sun.
You know,
She has been forgotten.
I went through a phase of listening to new metal. I liked Limp Bizkit when I was younger. But it made me happy. Didn't now. You know what I mean, though. We don't judge anyone by how they present themselves. I judge them by their personality. Absolutely. A knobhead's a knobhead.
Eldrith was one of the greatest generals of the Sword Coast, commander of the Company of the Westering Sun, sworn sword and defender of Baldur's Gate. She served with honor and distinction in the first and last seasons of the Sundering War, the Crescent Port Siege, and finally, the campaign against the Black Horde.
Oh, wow. So she was good then.
Where she led, we followed. I do not know when pride burrowed into her heart, but it poisoned her. It was a poison I did not see until it was too late. Eldrith had fought too many battles, achieved too many victories, and she had come to see the city of Baldur's Gate as her own.
Oh.
On the day of the Great Betrayal, and the last day of the campaign against the Black Horde, I left my wife within the walls of Baldur's Gate, where she would be safe, and told her I would return. She was one of the most beautiful elven maids I have ever known.
Absolutely, Charlie, I agree. You could be gay or bi, trans or non-binary and still be a knobhead. Being a knobhead has nothing to do with your gender identity or sexuality.
Then I company took the field against the Horde and scattered them, even though the orcs and goblins outnumbered us 5 to 1. Still, in the rout, almost half their forces survived and fled the field. Eldrith was determined to pursue them. The Dukes of Baldur's Gate refused. Too many good soldiers have been lost, the Dukes told us. They and the people wanted no more of blood and death, and they felt the Horde would not return. Eldrith was furious. Even though we had lost many men, she felt it was better we deal a death blow to the Horde and ensure they never threatened Baldur's Gate again. And so she defied.
I'm about to ink a Stegosaurus drawing. Fingers crossed. Oh, I've got my fingers crossed for you. I want to see Stegosaurus.
Already weakened, we chanced upon one of the straggling bands of the Horde and cornered them within the Dosiah's cleft. It was tactical brilliance in trapping them within the canyon. But in doing so, we gave them no choice but to fight us. Backed into a corner, the Horde proved more vicious than we had anticipated. Eldrith, fearing of losing the field, sent a messenger back to Baldur's Gate for reinforcements before the Horde broke free of her trap. The reinforcements never came, and the Horde overran us. Eldrith survived.
Okay.
I survived. Many of the company of the Westering Sun did not. Now there are many graves within the Dosiah's cleft. Eldrith became a thing, a creature consumed by fury. Wounded,
So Eldrith
to demand an audience with the Dukes.
became Eldrith. So Eldrith and her group were betrayed, and she basically became a being of rage.
The walls of Baldur's Gate would be forever closed to her. Eldrith, she gathered us, all of us who remained. We were slain almost to the man, and we were driven from the city, hounded by the remaining troops of Baldur's Gate. We knew no rest, no peace, and they pursued us for leagues upon leagues, all the way to the marsh of Chalimber. They feared Eldrith's wrath so greatly that they were determined that she should not escape alive. I died here in the marsh of Chalimber, and so did all that remained of the company of the Westering Sun. Eldrith was the last to die, brought low by crossbowmen and archers, men who feared to come within reach of her sword.
Okay.
Even against death, Eldrith's fury prevailed. Now she lives again, a creature of terrible power and terrible anger. In her eyes, she sees nothing but Baldur's Gate in flames. You will find her at the top. But even as she is the mistress of the tower, our spirits are part of the tower as well.
Okay.
I pray the gods favor. She is a... Be careful should you choose to lock steel with her. Eldrith... Still... If this tower is linked to her, then a blade forged from the walls...
Right, so... That's it then. We are about to fight the final boss of the game. Point being, you can dislike someone for who they are, but yeah, absolutely. It's one thing I do try to be careful of when it comes to some figures and that, you know, are dislikable nowadays. The big example is I will, you know, Trump is the biggest example. I really dislike him. Can't stand him, obviously, you know, you all know why. But I will see people mocking him for a few things. One is weight and looks. I think, well, it's not on. You know, and also, apparently he's a fussy eater. I think, well, there's plenty of people who are fussy eaters, unfortunately, and that's just the way they are, and that's kind of to be respected. I understand why people want to make it a point of mockery, because I think people like him should be mocked for who they are. But also, there are attributes that we should be careful about mocking, because I think Charlie phrases this much better. But when people say, like, you know, we'll call someone fat, and they'll go, oh, you know, they're fat. And it's like, but so am I. Oh, yeah, well, you're not like them. Okay, so you're deciding who is and isn't acceptable to be a fat person, then. It's... Gotta be careful. Anyway, let's go kill Eldritch. Or Eldrith. To finish this game, finally. Phases are very important, yeah. It allows you to discover who you are.
The dogs of Baldur's Gate once again hound me, and all the way to my sanctuary this time, though it lies a horizon's distance from their walls. Can it be they fear me that much? They have that much wisdom, at least. Surrender. Ha! I who have bested death. I have nothing to fear from you, or Baldur's Gate. I served Baldur's Gate with all of my first life, only to be repaid with betrayal. They cost me a battle, the lives of my soldiers, and my reputation. Now I am but a sentence or two in a sage's book.
How did I miss that form-fitting armor? I know, right?
Traitor.
I love the early 2000s titty armor.
Now you dare to invade my fortress, demand my surrender? No, I shall not bend my knee to you or them ever. An eternity may die before I would ever consider showing them mercy. As I died, they shall die, alone, betrayed, and forever cursed. Then you shall die. I command this tower. I command...
Right. It's time to kill her. Just stab her while she's fanning it on. Wow. Okay. I'm dead. That went well. I didn't even get a hit on her. Yeah, alright, here we go, love.
So...
Oh, fuck off! What? That's bullshit! What? That is absolute bullshit, isn't it?
She's just like, lol, you dead. You might want to look up a guide.
I have.
Oh, and does it just say she's hard?
It just says, watch your health, and she hit her with the Onyx sword.
Holy shit.
That's ridiculous.
Well, good luck.
I hit her several... Are you alright?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Alright,
I just came in because it was... She's battering you.
Yeah, I noticed.
Good luck.
Right, let's try it again. I'll have to just be a bit more careful, I guess. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Whatever it does. Whoa, 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 right. Like that. Right. Oh my god, she's so strong. I guess this is why she's the boss. Hello, Floorball. How you doing? Right, I am concentrating very much on this right now. Okay. Right. I don't know why this guy told me to use the fucking sword when Melf's acid arrow has just fucking shredded her. We done it! We have completed the game. And yes, hydrate.
And so it has come to pass that I shall die twice. And this second time shall be the last.
Oh my god, is that it? Yeah. That was it, Charlie.
I will not hold. You must leave this place. I ask your forgiveness. I let
Oh my god, is that it? Why is she big now?
Serve me. In all these things,
well done, Jen. Thank you very much, VGN.
let Baldur's Gate have its peace. I shall not rise.
Is this the
against
Baldur's
challenges,
Gate? Yeah.
though it will doubtless need others such as you to defend it from others that wish it harm. Now, leave me to die. This tower shall be my tomb.
In the flash of the
A bit sad.
portal's light, Eldrith's tower was no more. Lightning rained upon the tower, and flames as if from within. And thus, in a storm of fire and lightning, Eldrith died her second death.
Where you going,
It was
little lizard
all
man?
part of a much larger design.
It is done. Eldrith is undone, and her threat to us and our plans has been ended. And the Harper that defeated her, killed. Now we may continue without interference, Master.
Oh, so he was working for someone else all along.
Where did the portal lead? It led to a far distant land, far from Baldur's Gate, far from the Sunset Mountains, far from the Marsh of Chalimber, and far from safety. But that is a tale for another time.
Baldur's Gate 2! He said the name of the game. There we go, everyone. We've completed Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. How do we all feel about that? We all happy with that? Thank you all so much for coming along with me on this lovely journey. I actually really enjoyed that game. It was genuinely... I thought the ending was very underwhelming. I do not like a cliffhanger ending like that. But there was a sequel. So basically we killed the woman who was going to destroy Baldur's Gate, only to help the lizard men with their plot, and now we're in demon country. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's it, Charlie. That's the... I don't like endings, I need more. Yeah, that was it. That was the ending of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I genuinely do hope you all enjoyed that. That was a really fun game. I can see why it's so well lauded. A brilliant, brilliant action RPG. And if you are interested in retro gaming and have a PS2, 100% recommend to get it. I will actually have to find the sequel for the PS2 because I would like to play that. Jim Cummings and John Rhys Davies in that. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. Very good game. So what we got? So normally I would go until 10 o'clock, but I started early tonight. I usually only stream for an hour and a half. We've got 7 minutes of time left if we want to hit an hour and a half. I'm not going to start anything else now. Not for 25 minutes. So I think we will wrap up early, and we will raid someone. Let's talk about what's coming up. I recorded my Wing Commander video today. I'm going to edit it tomorrow. I'll hopefully get it out to you on Monday. So that'll be fun. And anything else? As soon as I finish the Wing Commander video, I'll be starting to play the X-Files point and click. So hopefully that'll be out before Christmas. So do expect that one. And yeah, that's about it, really. Like I say, thank you so much for coming along. I always love completing a game on stream. I always find it really good to sort of say, we completed a game on stream. And that one's taken us quite a while. So what are we going to play next? I don't know. I will have a look at the shelves and see what we can play next. See if there's anything there to check out. I've got like 200-300 games. So there's going to be something, right? Maybe something a little bit shorter. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at who are raid. Who is online for us to go and say hello to. I might actually do another V Rising stream at some point, because I really enjoyed that. So I might do another V Rising stream at some point. I can start a new game. I can do the Gauntlet now. Well, let's raid Mr. Oddtrot, who is playing RV There Yet with Tiresome. Go say hello. Oddtrot is lovely. And I'll see you again on Thursday, I guess. Look out for the Wing Commander video in the next couple of days. When it goes up, I would really love it if you could comment and share and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's go do a cheeky raid. Thank you all so much. I shall see you again on Thursday.
Yeah. He has
From the
a card
dawn
that
of
likes to work
time,
Mac. Which
came
card's
creation.
that?